It's been a few months since I did my last video. I apologize for that, but again, as you can see, moved into our new digs, bought a house. My wife let me take the sound room over while she takes the kitchen and the dining room area. I've had a lot of good and a lot of nasty comments about my modifications to these 105.3s. And what a lot of people don't understand is you can't get this UniQ driver anymore. You can't even get the damn tweeter anymore. And my problem was, of the two pairs that I have, the tweeters were good on all of them. I kind of fried a couple, but that's another story. But the mid-range UniQ section, the voice coils were rubbing, and I'm not going to recoil and all that other nonsense. And I think the surrounds were coming off on one of the other drivers, but whatever. So a lot of people don't understand exactly what the hell I did. And basically, as you can see here, this is not a UniQ driver. It's one of the spare mid-bass drivers. I've got it hooked up to the mid-range section of the crossover. I've tried a bunch of tweeters, and believe it or not, placing them offset like this, inwards to each other, the left and the right, as you'll see in the photos that I'm going to put in the video, sounds a lot better. And these planar tweeters that I got from Parts Express, they're only 40 bucks a pop, and they sound amazing. So essentially you've got original mid-bass driver, mid-range over here, mid-bass over here, right? Now again, I don't have the proper measuring equipment other than my ears, right? But my ears are telling me right now I did not screw anything up. I do know what these sounded like when they had not the original UniQ drivers, but the replacement tweeters. And they sounded great. I'm not saying they sounded bad, but when the tweeters started frying on me because of amplification, and I'm going to get to that in a few minutes, what the hell are you going to do? You can't get these parts anymore, as I already said. Now, using a Class D 1000-watt Parts Express amplifier for the bass just brought things up to a whole new level, to the point where these speakers, where they're known for bass that you can feel, and again, I'm a guy that bass is meant to be felt, not heard. It's just amazing, and the bass only kicks in when it's necessary. And again, as I mentioned in the previous video, I'm using a mini DSP with the KEF Cube curve, and I kind of tailored it to my room, and it's great because from my sweet spot, listening spot, I can adjust the bass when if it's too heavy or if it's not enough, you know, with a mouse click. Now, the power that I'm using to run the top section here is my two Macintosh MC50s. The other one just came back from repair. I'd rebuilt these guys 2 years ago. I put all kinds of audiophile capacitors inside, replaced all the carbon film resistors with 1% metal film. They ran great for about 6 months, and then one started, the power rectifier section went up in smoke. And the other one just all of a sudden just stopped running. But anyways, that wasn't because of anything I did. There was some other parts that I didn't change. So I took it over to my friend's repair shop. He got them all done for me, and they sound amazing. You know, 50-year-old Macintosh 50-watt, well, stated 50 watts, but they actually measure 70 on his oscilloscope at 4 ohms. And they drive these top sections magnificently. I don't need a 100-watt monster or a 300-watt monster to drive these guys. What else? So yeah, that's the KEF Journey as it stands right now. The one thing I did do, as you notice in my rack, all the PS audio amplifiers are gone. I've got the Balanced Audio Technology preamp, which I love. I think I mentioned that in our last apartment video. You can't really see it here, but there's an Onkyo home theater preamp that I've got as well. You can see the Stax headphone amp, it's still there. The same gentleman that gave me all the KEFs and my own Walsh surrounds also gave me that 5-channel ADCOM amplifier, which is like mint condition. So that's basically running my center channel and my surrounds. Now getting back to this section here. I was using the Orchard Audio Star Crimson amplifier modules. They sound magnificent. I mean, again, as you guys know, I traded in all my PS Audio amplifiers to get that BAT preamp from the music room up in Colorado. And I don't regret doing that, but I do miss the amplifiers. I'm not going to argue that, because the Star Crimsons all went up in smoke one by one. In fact, a few days ago, because I burned out one of the replacements, I used the leftover amplifier to drive the center channel, and it was running fine. Now, I've rejigged some of my electrical and things like that, and what those Star Crimson amplifiers do not tolerate is any kind of popping noises coming from your preamp if you're switching inputs and all this stuff. And I was watching TV the other day, was changing inputs to the stereo, and all of a sudden I smelled smoke, and I said, oh man, here we go again. So I don't want to, again, I don't use this channel to bash products and bash people and things like that, but the Star Crimson amplifier modules, for me personally, and I wanted to use them in our Arizona AV club for DIY stuff. I can't recommend them, not because they sound bad, they sound amazing, but there's no speaker protection on the output. There's no relays or anything like that. On the DC input section, there's no over voltage or over current protection. And these are standard things that in any consumer amplifier, even going back 50 years ago with the Macintosh, all commercial and obviously consumer amplifiers have these protection devices. The PS Audio amps did, right? So until the Orchard Audio gets all that protection devices included in the next spin of the board, I can't continue using that stuff, because it's just costing me, it's like $375 a board or something like that. And, I do get discounts from Leo and all that stuff, but it's kind of hard on the pocketbook. I mean, 4 of those amps, I could have bought myself a sweet pair of low wattage tube amplifiers to, sweeten up the sound even more. What are you going to do? So that's basically the status of my gear right now. Again, I'm happy with the sound. I got a little bit of an issue on the right side KEF 1053, and it's an issue I had going back to when the original UniQ drivers were installed, where the highs were a little soft, and even though I'd rebuilt the crossovers, right, and bypassed as many as I bypassed a lot of the caps with small value metallized poly caps, and in the tweeter circuit I actually replaced the values that were there with either Solon or Sonic caps. And again, this side still sounds amazing. The other side still has this dullness before and after I messed with the crossover. Is the tweeter out of phase? I'm not sure. I got to do a little bit more investigation with that. Is there a wiring mix-up from the factory over there? I'm not sure, but I did, when I was in the apartment, do a lot of swapping in and out, but the black pair of 1053s that I have currently in the garage right now. So, that's the status of the setup, and I'm very happy with it. Using the 1042 as a center channel speaker, it's some may say it's overkill, but I'm a 5-channel audio person first, and a 5.1 channel video, movie, concert watching person second. And yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully I'll try to make some new ones. It's just, it didn't really have too much to talk about, other than, I was a little upset with a lot of the KEF comments I was seeing either on my YouTube page or in some of the forums and things like that. So, bye for now, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again for watching. And thank you to all the additional subscribers that I've had in the last couple of months. You know, didn't really felt I deserved having so many subscribers on there because I haven't really put any content out there. All right. Thanks again, guys. Bye.